Hi everyone, Oksana here. In this video, I'm going to talk about why we don't work with just anybody who has a pulse and a credit card. So just because you can afford a program, it doesn't mean that you should be a client. We want someone we enjoy working with and who is going to get results. And how do we do that? Hi, Crystal. We do a lot of qualifying steps just before you can get on the call with us. So even if everything sounds good, for example, you have a problem that we can solve, we won't necessarily bring you on as a client, because when we are working with people, we have contact with them every single day. We are mentoring them. We have personal contact with somebody. This is going to be an enjoyable process for you and for us. So even if you saying the right answers, but something feels off when we talk to you, like you telling me basically what I want to hear, but it's not really the truth, we will ask you about it. So that's why some of the qualifying steps, what it takes really to do a program to be a great, our program is the right step for you and also the right step for us is, first of all, is you have the right attitude. So for example, if someone doesn't have the right attitude, we are probably not going to be the right fit for you. And so the other day I got an email from somebody who was basically screaming in the email to me and being very like demanding and entitled. So this person was likely not going to be the right fit to work with us, because it's just not going to be a good experience for them or for us. And so if you have a right attitude, if you have a positive attitude, good attitude, and you're polite, then this is a good quality to have. And another thing is that if we have to convince you to work with us, then you're probably not going to do the work in the program, and you will expect us to drag you around. And that's another thing. That's why we don't convince people to work with us, because you have to be able to make that decision on your own. We want someone who's willing to do the work, able to take instructions, and you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. Another thing that we ask people when we talk to you is also, are you coachable? So if you're not willing and you're not coachable, then we're not going to be able to teach you to do something different. So you have to be able to say, okay, I see what I'm doing wrong here, and I need to change it. So you have to be coachable in order to be a fit to work with us. And like I talked about, there is also very important to have a good attitude. So we have to know that there's an attitude that you're going to make this work for yourself. You're going to ask for help when you get stuck. You're not going to be a victim and blame us if you're not getting results. You're going to take that personal responsibility that says, I know that with your guidance, I'm going to get there, but I have to show up as a coachable, willing client with the right attitude so that I can make the changes that I need to make. And so if you're not willing, you're not coachable, you don't follow the process that we have outlined here for you. You schedule the call, but you don't fill out the application. You're not willing to invest in yourself. You're not willing to get resourceful, even if you don't have the finances, and you don't have the right attitude. And it's not going to work, because we have a supportive environment, and it's going to affect other clients. If one person who's very negative, doesn't believe that they can get better, they're very skeptical. So if you're very skeptical, then it's probably not the right time for you to talk to us to see if we can help, because you're already skeptical. There's nothing I can really say to try to prove our process to you. So that's the reason why we don't bring somebody in who is not qualified client. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for somebody who's willing, who's coachable, who has a good attitude. So there will be people with those qualities that who might not be the right fit, even if you're able to pay us. And that's another reason why we don't share a price. That's another reason why we don't share a price. What is your price? How much does it work? So, because if you're shopping around, we are not a brochure. It's not something you can just decide to join anytime. You have to be invited into the program. We're not going to advertise the price and talk about how great a program is if it's not a good fit for you, if you're not a fit for the program. So you do have to qualify, and you have to be invited into the program. And if you are not fitting those credentials, why would I tell you anything about the investment when we might not even work together? We have to find out more about you. Can we help you? Most of the time, yes, we can help you, but are you coachable? Are you willing to follow what we tell you to do? Do you have good attitude? And if you have bad attitude, if you feel entitled and you're rude and you're not following instructions, you're skeptical, this program, our program is going to be a waste of your money because you're not going to get results and you won't be coachable to get results that you want. And that's why we have these standards. We're doing the calls to get people into the program. That's why we have high success rate, and we would like to keep it that way, because we don't want to just get anybody in who just willing to pay us, but you do still have to be coachable, willing to follow instructions, and willing to make this investment into yourself, as well as have a good attitude. So these are the qualifications that it takes to be a really good, successful person who's going to get results in a program. And I hope this was helpful to you. And that's one of the reasons why we don't do meal plans. We don't do like just people can just schedule us for one call, because reversing a disease requires time. It requires us working with you one-on-one. It's a relationship. It's a time commitment, and it's a process. It's not as simple as scheduling a call once a month and expecting to get results. It's a process. I hope this was helpful to you, and hopefully you're the next qualifying client who can be the next success story with us. And we'll talk to you soon.